Morning in Jimbaran always comes slowly. The sun never rushes to rise in the Pacapan Valley. There's something different there, not only because of the mountain air still carrying dew on the grass, but also because of the life around the gas station, which seems calm but never truly sleeps. The gas station stands on a major bend, where the road descends from Bandungan and then turns sharply before continuing toward Ungaran. That's where the Pacapan Jimbaran gas station stands, not just as a place to refuel, but also as a silent witness to many things: arguments, children's laughter, pickup drivers' complaints, motorcyclists' out-of-pocket complaints, and even chance encounters. The building isn't large. Its roof, blackened by truck soot and road dust, still faithfully shelters two main fuel dispensers, one pertalite, one diesel. In the back, a small, semi-permanent stall owned by Embapanum sells hot tea, black coffee, and fried foods fried in reused oil. But somehow, on a cold morning like that, Embapanum's fried tempeh felt like a gift from heaven. Across from the gas station stood a half-finished building. It was rumored to have been built as a workshop, but construction stalled after the owner moved to Kalimantan. Every morning, the place became an illegal parking lot, or a place for lazy high school students to sit and smoke, occasionally laughing loudly at things only they themselves understood. A quietly busy morning. It was 6:45 a.m. The sound of an old mop could be heard approaching, accompanied by the distinctive smell of a leaking exhaust. A middle-aged man in a leather jacket was waiting in line at the pertalite dispenser. He got off his motorcycle, took off his helmet, and then gave a long yawn. "Morning, ma'am," greeted the gas station attendant in the red vest. "The usual, 10,000, replied the man, glancing up at the sky that was beginning to open. Not far away, a young mother with two empty gallon jugs sat on a wooden bench, waiting for her husband to return from the shop. Her young daughter ran around the gas station, kicking pebbles excitedly. She paid no attention to the line of cars occasionally queuing in the fuel lane, or the occasional truck horn blaring through the valley. That morning, like many before it, was never truly quiet. A pickup truck loaded with red chilies from Temenggong pulled over. The driver got out, his eyes red from staying up all night, and sat at Embapanum's stall. "One bitter coffee, ma'am, so my eyes won't be closed all the time," he said, drawing a chuckle from Panum, who was frying stuffed tofu shortly afterward. Gondrong, not his real name, but a nickname he'd grown long since college arrived. He arrived on a dirt bike, pulled over slowly, and took a photo of the gas station from the side. That's his hobby. Photographing places he described as quiet but full of stories. The Pacapan gas station is a stopover. It's not a final destination, but a place where people stop, whether for 5 minutes or 15. And in those stops, small, meaningful things often happen. A high school teenager in a crumpled uniform stood near the dispenser. His face was anxious. In his hand was only a 2,000 rupiah note. "Do you have any retail, sir?" he asked softly. The attendant shook his head, but suddenly Gondrong approached, handing him a 5,000 rupiah note. "Just take it. When you're older, you'll use a story to replace it," he said. The teenager nodded shyly. Amidst the sound of the dispenser and the horns of public transportation, sometimes kindness appears quietly, without needing to be announced. On the other side, a truck coming from the south stopped for a while. The driver got out, opened the back door, and from inside emerged two young goats, who began to bleat. Just take a break. You're tired, Moz, from Kendall, he said, cracking open a clove cigarette. Small children from nearby homes approached, watching the goats with curious eyes. One of them, Imba Painam's son, tried to imitate the goats' calls in a silly way. Laughter erupted. The goats became increasingly confused, but the morning felt lively. Towards noon, rain, smoke, and the aroma of fried food. As 11 o'clock approached, the Pacapan sky began to cloud over. The wind from the west brought a damp smell, typical of the mountains during the transitional season. The gas station attendant began preparing to shut down some of the engines in case it rained. Sure enough, a light rain soon began to fall. Slow, quiet, just a patter on the zinc roof and banana leaves behind Painam's stall. People began to take shelter. The stall was packed. Green plastic chairs lined the roadside. Wow, it's raining again. Overtaking trucks could be dangerous, said an online motorcycle taxi driver while sipping hot tea. A man in a wet jacket sat at the end of the food stall. He shivered, but refused to speak. He simply watched the rain with a blank stare. Gondrong took another photo, this time quietly. For him, a person's silent expression in the rain was often more honest than words. Afternoon and a never-ending conversation as evening approached. The Pacapan sky occasionally opened up a little. Sunlight filtered through the clouds, hitting the glistening tanks of cars. Trucks began to turn on their headlights. The road began to get busy. Grandma Painam tidied up her frying pan and oil bucket. She counted the change, then sat in the back, tidying up the plastic bags containing tofu. Gondrong sat next to her. If it rains again tomorrow, what time do you open, Grandma? It's the same, son. Rain or not, people still need coffee, he replied.